guys are in for a treat today because I just discovered something so fascinating and I can't wait to share it with you. You see, I always thought green onions were just that little garnish you throw on top of your soup for some extra flavor. Turns out, there's an entire epic journey behind these little green wonders, from lush fields to, well, probably your family's dinner table. Seriously, it blew my mind. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the incredible, jaw-dropping world of green onions. Yes, green onions. Trust me, you'll never look at them the same way again. From the fields to your plate, the Green Onion Odyssey. You know green onions, right? Or maybe you call them scallions? Doesn't matter. What does matter is how hugely important they are to cuisines all around the world. Fun fact, countries like China, Japan, and South Korea, yeah, they've basically turned green onion farming into an art form. In fact, China alone cranks out over 70% of the world's green onions. 70%. That's a lot of tiny green stalks. And let me tell you, these aren't your backyard garden onions. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of acres dedicated to growing them. It's like they've taken the humble green onion and turned it into a global superstar. Move over, tomatoes. The world's onion game is strong, and we're all reaping the benefits. The magic behind growing green onions. Here's the part that blew my mind even more. These little guys are super adaptable. You can grow them in traditional fields, sure, but did you know they're thriving in high-tech indoor farms? I mean, we're talking about factory-grown green onions. That's right. No soil needed, just a lot of futuristic machinery and some serious farming wizardry. It all starts with the soil, or rather, preparing the perfect soil. Farmers mix up a nutrient cocktail so rich, it's like a 5-star meal for these plants. Then, they roll in these fancy machines to sow the seeds, like something out of a sci-fi movie. Precise, efficient, and just cool to watch. Once the seeds are tucked in, they're moved into these tightly controlled spaces where temperature, humidity, and lighting are just perfect. It's like a luxury spa for onions. And here's where the tech really gets wild. After 70 days or so, these green onions are transferred to hydroponic systems. That's a fancy way of saying they grow in water instead of soil. I know, right? Who knew green onions were the Elon Musk of the vegetable world? Not only does this save space, but it's also eco-friendly. You get to control everything: nutrients, water usage. It's like having a remote control for farming. The grand finale. Harvest time and kimchi. After all that pampering, these green onions are finally ready for harvest. Workers pull them up, trim off the roots, and give them a good wash, because, you know, onions get dirty too. Then, the best of the best are sorted, cleaned again, and shipped out to kitchens around the world. But here's where things take a delicious twist. Korean cuisine turns green onions into something magical. Ever heard of pa kimchi? No? Well, let me enlighten you. It's kimchi, but made with green onions, and it's spicy, aromatic, and packed with flavor. Imagine green onions drenched in a spicy mixture of chili powder, garlic, ginger, and fish sauce. You mix it all up until each little stalk is coated in this fiery goodness, and then you let it ferment. It's like watching the Avengers of food come together. And the best part? Once it's ready, you can serve it alongside grilled meat. Think Korean BBQ, but with a bold, oniony punch that will knock your socks off. Yeah, I didn't know green onions could do that either. Green onions, the unsung hero of healthy eating. Now, as if that wasn't enough, green onions are also secretly superheroes. They're packed with vitamins, A, C, K, you name it. They've got antioxidants, they boost your immune system, support digestion, and help keep your heart healthy. And the best part? They're low in calories. So, basically, the more green onions you eat, the closer you are to achieving vegetable nirvana. So, what's the takeaway? Well, folks, I hope I've managed to give you a whole new appreciation for the humble green onion. These little guys are not just some boring garnish. They've got a full-on journey, from high-tech farms to spicy kimchi, and they're packed with nutrition. If you haven't tried growing them yourself, I highly recommend it. Plus, it's way easier than you think. Green onions practically beg to be grown at home. So, have you grown green onions before? Do you have some secret onion growing tips or crazy recipes? Let us know in the comments. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss more fascinating farm-to-table discoveries. Stay tuned, because trust me, you're going to love what we're exploring next.